Namaste guys, welcome back to the mat and welcome to day 18 of this Move and Manifest journey. In today's practice, Flow Like Water, we are going to work with a mandala based flow, looking at engaging the hips, looking at activating the hips, the heart, and really calling upon that water element to help us let go and just flow. So it's going to be a really gorgeous 30-minute practice. So when you're ready guys, you're going to meet me straight away in a tabletop position. And from tabletop, we're going to start drawing in the element of water by making some cat-cow waves. So on your inhale, we drop our chest, and as we do, we send the hips all the way back to the heels. Exhale to round into the shoulders and roll the body forwards. Inhale to drop that chest, hips to heels. Exhale, round the body, roll all the way forwards. And you're just going to close your eyes here. Keep taking that movement. Starting to tune in to how our body is feeling. Start to get lost in these spinal waves, letting go of the idea of perfection and just moving like the ocean. Starting to slow down the breath. Now, as always from here, you can choose to find a little bit of freedom of movement. So taking circles, taking any kind of wiggles that feels good to you, recognizing how that body is feeling. Before we start to draw on water elements, we start to draw on the idea of going with the flow of healing and finding fluidity in the breath. And then when you are ready from here, next time you go to send the hips to the heels, you're going to lift the hip bones to the sky, move straight away to down dog, and we're going to keep taking this movement. So inhaling to round into the shoulders, and then exhaling to melt hips back to the sky. So finding a little bit of a connection with the earth through the fingers and the toes. But keep the eyes closed, open up that third eye and find beautiful fluidity as you take your movements. Again, letting go of the idea that it has to be perfect. Taking it. For 3, for 2, and for 1. Hip bones come to the sky, bring the big toes to touch. On your next breath in, we're going to send that right leg nice and high, bend the knee off into split dog, and begin to take a little bit of movement with that right hip. Moving and taking it in one direction. Move and take it in the other. Before we inhale to open up the hips into split dog. On your exhale, draw that knee to the chest, step between the thumbs and lower that back knee down. From here, we're going to flex the front foot and find our way into a little bit of a half split pose. Now, if you find even that you have more space to play with, you can wiggle that front foot forward, lift the toes and forward fold here. Staying in stillness, or again, keep adding in that movement by inhaling to sink deep into the hips, exhaling to send it back. 3 more breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose. Beautiful. Before we make our way all the way forwards, bend into the front knee. From here, we pivot the left foot over to the right hand side and roll that body all the way up, first into a warrior 2, and then extend that front leg. You reach the arms up and overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bend deep into that front knee. Inhale, reach up and overhead. Beautiful. One more time. We inhale to sink into that front knee. On your exhale, extend the front leg and find your way to a modified triangle pose. Maybe bringing that hand to the mat, or maybe resting on that shin, and pull the left arm high. Inhale. Beautiful. On your exhale, lift the body up, trust that core, and left hand finds the back of the mat. Right hand immediately comes to the sky. You can stay here or bend the knee, take hold of that knee, and press the hip bones forward. Holding for 3, for 2. With control on your 1, that right foot is going to step outside the left foot and press the hip bones to the sky. As if you're coming into a modified wild thing here. Open up the hips, open up the heart. Inhale. Beautiful. On your exhale, right hand comes to the mat. We pivot on both knees here. Keep the heels squeezed up to the hips and drop that chest to the mat. Coming in to a gorgeous little puppy pose here. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Press into the hands to roll the body forward. Drop the legs to the mat and then relax the body all the way down. Bending the elbows, fingertips come to the floor and palms begin to lift up. Taking some gorgeous cobra rolls here. We inhale to lift the chest up. Exhale to lower down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower down. Slide the hands next to the chest. On your next inhale, we find our way to a gorgeous upward facing dog. On your exhale, hip bones come to the sky, meeting first in downward facing dog, and then take those down dog waves. Rolling into the shoulders, and then arch the spine. Round and arch. Beautiful. Finding any kind of movements that feels good, letting go of the idea of perfection. And then when you're ready, meet back in down dog, bring the big toes to touch. On your inhale, we sweep that left leg high, bend it off to split dog, and begin to take your circles. Moving and taking these circles in one direction. Move and take it in the other. On your inhale, we meet back in split dog. On your exhale, draw that knee to the chest, step between the thumbs, lower the back knee down. Coming into half split, you can begin to extend the leg here, or if it feels like you have a little bit more space to play with, you can wiggle those front toes forward. Lift them up and come in to a half split. Staying in stillness or finding your movement. Inhale to move forwards. Exhale to move back. Matching your movement with your breath, beautiful. Taking for 3, for 2, and for 1. Bend back into that front knee. We pivot right toes over to the left hand side. Roll that body all the way up into a gorgeous modified warrior 2. These leggings, I swear, today. On your inhale, find warrior 2. Exhale to lift the body to the sky. Exhale, warrior 2. Beautiful. Extend that front leg, hands to the sky. One more time. We inhale into warrior 2. Exhale, lift that body almost into like a full body stretch. And then find your modified triangle pose. Maybe the hand comes all the way down to the mat, or maybe you keep it lifted onto the shin or onto the thigh here. Reach the right hand high. Holding for 3, for 2, and for 1. Trusting your body, we begin to bring that right hand to the mat. Pull the left toes all the way off the floor. Bending the knee, take hold of that knee and press, whoop, the hip bones forwards. Holding for 3, for 2, and 1. Step left foot behind right. Open the heart, open the hip bones to the sky. Oh, mini back bend. Holding for 3, for 2, and for 1. With control, left hand comes to the mat. Bring the legs to touch, squeeze the heels to the hips, and explore your puppy pose here. If at any point you want to bring the feet to the mat, you are more than welcome to do so. Hold here for 3, for 2, and 1. Press into the hands, Kevin. Gently round to the shoulders. Relax the feet down. First we relax the hips and then bend at the elbows to relax the chest. Move on to the fingertips, elbows are bent. We're going to take cobra rolls. Inhale, we roll the body all the way up. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower all the way down. Inhale, lift the body. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful movements. Final time. Inhale to lift the body. On your exhale, lower the chest down. Hands come next to the chest. Inhale, find your way into a gorgeous upward facing dog. On your exhale, we bend the knees. Take the hip bones to the sky. Downward facing dog. If you'd like to take a break here, I really recommend pressing pause on this video and take as long as you need. If you feel comfortable, you can keep flowing with me by bringing the big toes to touch. On your inhale, we're going to send the right toes to the sky. This time come to scorpion pose. So lift the gaze, pull those toes like you're going to tap the top of your head. Anatomically you're not, but we're going to imagine we are. Inhale. Exhale, draw knee to the chest and hold. One more time, taking this movement. Inhale to scorpion pose. Exhale, draw knee to chest. And step between the thumbs. Pivot that back foot with the back of the mat. Right hand comes to the inside of the right foot, and we're going to pull that left arm to the sky. Come in to your side angle pose. Option here to wrap the left arm behind the body and find your way into a bind if you have it. 5 breaths here, in through the nose and out through the nose. For 3, for 2, and 1. Bend deep into that front knee. Relax the hands here, and we're going to roll that body all the way in to warrior 2 here. Bend deep into the front knee, square the hips and the chest off. with the side of your mat. Inhale. Beautiful. On your exhale, bring the hands to prayer. Extend the front leg and come in to a modified triangle pose. So really rooting down through that back heel. Front leg is lovely and strong here. Core is engaged. Inhale. Exhale, bend deep into that front knee, roll back to warrior two. And from here, we bring both feet parallel and then bring the heels in. Ready to take some gorgeous goddess movements. We're going to take a little bend into one knee, into another. So just warming up the legs. And then when you're ready, we inhale to extend the legs, take those arms up and overhead. On your exhale, bend at the elbows to cactus arms and sit low, bend deep into the knees. 3 more times. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, goddess. 1 more time. Inhale, reach high. Exhale to goddess, sit lovely and low. Harness that water element as we hold 5. We hold 4. For 3. For 2. And 1. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. On your exhale from here, we're going to pivot. That right foot to come parallel the back of the mat. Pivot into that left foot here and move into warrior two on the other side. Inhale. On your exhale, windmill the hands to frame that front foot. And from here, we're going to step into wild thing. So that left foot is going to step behind the right knee. Push the hip bone to the sky like you're searching for that left hand to come to the mat. Hold here for 3, for 2. Yes, Kevin, and 1. Left hand flips the mat, lower the knees down, and we're going to bring the forearms to the mat. 2 options here. You can stay with the knees down, rounding into the shoulders and bringing the ears between the triceps. If you'd like to explore a dolphin pose, then lift the hips off the mat and walk the feet closer. Holding wherever you are for 3, for 2, and 1. Walk the feet out, lower the knees first to the mat. Find your way to tabletop, yes. And then hip bones come to the sky. Downward facing dog. Don't lose the rhythm of your breath here. Imagine you're breathing in with the tides. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the nose. When you're ready, we bring the big toes to touch. Inhale to send that left leg to the sky. Lift the gaze. Find scorpion tail here as we inhale. Exhale, draw knee to the chest and hold. Inhale, 1 more time. We send it back to the sky, scorpion tail. Exhale, draw knee to the chest and step between the thumbs. Left hand to the inside of the left foot. Pivot that back foot down and come in to side angle. So option to stay here in side angle. Option to find your bind. Keep the breath flowing. The only thing we're holding is the pose. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1. Relax the hands down and then roll the body all the way into warrior two. Bend deep into the front knee and roll the shoulders away. Inhale. Exhale, extend the front leg, modify Trikonasana. Hands come to prayer. We find a lift. And then exhale to lower all the way through. Keep the top hip and that shoulder lifted. It is a super intense pose. The thing we're concentrating on is that gorgeous alignment here. So it's better to stay a little bit lifted here than it is to be forward folding down here. 2 more breaths. Inhale. On your exhale, bend into that front foot, roll into warrior 2, and then sweep those arms up and overhead. Bring the feet parallel, and then let's take a look at goddess. Heels come in. Take your movements from side to side. Now we're going to take 5 rounds of that cactus movement. So when you're ready, we inhale to reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, bend at the elbow, sit low. Inhale, reach overhead. Exhale, sit low. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Final time. We inhale, reach the hands high. Exhale, sit low. Hold your goddess for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. On your exhale, pivot that back foot to come parallel with the back of the mat. Point right toes forward and sink first into a warrior 2. Before we windmill the hands down to frame that front foot. When you're ready, we're going to step into wild thing. So step that right foot behind the left and pull the hip bones all the way to the sky. Holding 3, 2, and 1. Flip your way first to plank. Lower the knees down and move on to the forearms. 2 options. The first is to round into the shoulders and bring the ear between the triceps. The second is to tuck the toes under and lift that body in to dolphin pose. Holding for 3. Holding for 2. And 1. Walk the feet out, lower the knees down briefly to come to child's pose. Now, final pose here, just to connect heaven with earth, just to realign that chakras, is to come into your headstand. So if you don't have a headstand in your practice today, that is absolutely fine. Chill in child's pose, maybe come to another round of dolphin. And remember, you can work with your headstand against the wall, you can work with it straight on the mat. But if you want to come to headstand, you're going to take hold of the outside of the elbows and interlock the fingers. Using the hands as a little basket, we bring the top of the head to the mat. Press off the forearms and lift one leg, lift another into the sky. Holding here. 5 breaths, keep it flowing. In through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale. On your exhale, bring one foot to the mat, bring another, take the knees wide and relax that body down. All the way into child's pose. Keeping that breath slow and steady. And if that forehead is on the mat, give it a wiggle
from left to right. Before all together we inhale. On your exhale, round into the shoulders as you roll the body to tabletop. And from here, we're going to walk the hands a centimetre to forwards. Just ending that practice with a few upward dog to child's pose movements. We inhale to roll the body forward, drop the hips to the mat. On your exhale, bend into the knees, send hips to heels. Beautiful. Keep that movement going. Finding any wiggles here that feels good to you. And before rolling that body to tabletop, swing the legs forward across the ankles behind you to come into a comfortable seated position. Rolling the shoulders away, flip the palms down into the knees here, so sealing that energy and finding a little bit of grounding here just to balance out this water element. Checking in with how the body is physically feeling after this practice, those hip works. And then check in with how you're spiritually feeling after this practice. Harnessing on that water element, the element of healing, the element of emotions. And remembering that we are coming up to a new moon. Tomorrow's practice is a new moon meditation. So maybe recognizing if emotions are starting to arise here. This week is all about healing. It is all about loving ourselves, about releasing the past so we can welcome in a really beautiful future. So to close off this practice, we're going to take 3 rounds of deep belly breathing. Following me, we're going to bring the hands all the way down to the belly. Just take a normal inhale and a normal exhale. On your next breath, we inhale to fill the lungs, fill the belly, take in as much air as you can. And then hold at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, on your 1, breathe out the nose. Inhale. As much air as you can get in, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Final time. Take a beautiful deep inhale. Fill the lungs, fill the belly. Get as much air as you can in. Hold. And then take another breath of air. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe out the nose and let it go. Taking some normal breaths here. Bring the hands back to the knees. Roll shoulders away. And just tune in to how you're feeling here. All the emotions, the good, the bad. We are 18 days into our move and manifest journey. So maybe after this, during your journaling session, you take a moment to acknowledge the fact you've been reading on the mat for 18 days. Take a look at how your body is feeling, how your yoga journey is feeling, and take a look at where your mindset is. Remember, like I said, we are moving into the new moon, and sometimes the new moon can bring up certain emotions for us, even if we're not fully aware. A lot of the times during new moon, I get very strange dreams, especially dreams of maybe people or toxic situations in my past. And when I wake up, I feel like I have released them. This is a really beautiful time. Like I said, tomorrow's practice is a new moon meditation and journaling session. So it's going to be a really gorgeous session of a little bit of breath work and then kind of getting lost in some journaling prompts. And I really hope you enjoy it. But thanking you so much for joining me here today to flow like water for day 18. Thanking you so much, and I look forward to seeing you again here tomorrow. Sending so much love and so much healing from my mat to yours. Blessed be, Coven.